Okay, you got a lot of the basic shapes in there. The arms are a little incomplete. In the video, I do the shoulder, and then the elbow, and then the wrist, and the segments to connect them all. And these are rotated the wrong way around. I'll hold down E, left mouse click, and I get this is called a marking menu. And if I go down to discrete, rotate, and release, that turns that on, and that'll snap it to 15 degree units. Just to make it easier to turn accurately. And then make sure this stays a circle. Right now it's a little oval shaped. I'll change the Y and Z scale to 0.4 for, that would be the X and Z scale. And then you could always adjust the size of it proportionally, but see how those two numbers stay the same now. They change together. But yeah, you should have another, you know, segment here, and actually it's going to be a little shorter. And I'll just delete this one, and then delete that, move that here, and then just Control D is what I'm doing to duplicate that, and then another one here. And I'll select this one, Control D to duplicate, rotate that, and I'll use this to move it along the same plane. E for rotate, and rotate that. And I use a pipe for this as opposed to a torus, I believe, for that hand. So that's from Create Polygon Primitives pipe. And we'll go over a lot of this stuff in the next module. But yeah, make sure these are also, and those look very thick. I think these are going to be thinner by a lot, looking at the reference image, which means actually, all this stuff would be thinner. Oh, that's not working well. If I group it, Control G will group it, and then center the pivot, modify center pivot, then it'll scale together better. Oh, that could use some work anyways. Actually, I think these maybe are too thin now. R for scale, W for move, moves in position, something like that. And yeah, you'll adjust the size and position of a lot of these. That's more sort of centered in the head, and this is bigger, but that's covered in the next module anyway. So yeah, be a little more careful with the positioning and size of your objects. And you mentioned a couple things in your post. Try to use grid snap. It turned out different from the video instruction. So there's sort of two ways to access grid snap. If I hold down the X key, I can see that changes to a circle, and I also see this button gets activated, and I can click and drag, and that'll snap to the grid. Another thing is I can just click that button, and that'll make it snap to the grid, and then click it again. That sort of toggles it on and off. If I just click the button or holding it down, it's only active while I'm holding it down. I'm not understanding sure what was different from the video. Maybe you can tell me. And then when I use Alt right mouse drag, it shows the perspective is locked. So if I do Alt right mouse drag, that should be fine. What you might be finding is if you're in the front view, and I'll hold the space bar to get the hotbox, click in the center, and then go down to front view. If I try to, for example, tumble in this view, that's Alt left mouse button, I can get orthographic views are currently locked. I can switch back to perspective, space bar for the hotbox, holding down, click with the left mouse, go up to perspective view, and I can tumble. This is Alt right mouse click, so it is dollying, and it should be working. So I don't know why you were getting the result of that being locked. It's not locked for me. So take a look at it again. Let me know if you're still having an issue with that.